the emotional aspect. An example of how cancer and chronic disease impacts all of us.
When I first heard of the cancer program, I was very interested because it's very personal to me, because I lost a sister who was 1 year older than me to breast cancer. She fought it for 15 years. Maybe 3 months later, I lost my mother to liver cancer. I lost numerous aunties and uncles on my mom's side to cancer, and also on my dad's side. So it's real personal to me.
I think Paddle Prairie has certainly had their share of loss in the community, and I think that having the cancer prevention program there was beneficial to people who have personal experience with loss due to cancer, right? I lost my youngest brother to cancer when he was 17, and that was over 30 years ago.
Over the last few years, like probably the last 15 years, I've been noticing a lot of members have cancer.
We've all been touched by it, you know, like mothers, fathers, sisters, daughters, all kinds of family members who've died or been impacted by cancer.
Cancer's been around for so long, and it's such unknown that any bit of information and education, it helps. And like being involved, it's not just a concentration that should be on the women's programs, but men's programs as well.
You know, I lost my stepfather to stomach cancer. My wife, when I met her, the first couple of years we were going out, she had cervical cancer. And then it went into remission now, gladly, for the last 30-some years, and it hasn't came back. But I noticed that a lot of members do have cancer, a lot of family members that passed away from cancer. Like a lot of our family members have passed away from cancer. There's quite a few of them.
But my sister and I were very close. And to have her pass away in your arms is very emotional. So with this program that we have here now, at least there's people have chances with early detection, where a lot of people will just let it go, because they'd have to travel to Lac-La-Biche or Edmonton or wherever. But now that they had the screening test in here, it's very important, because if you could catch cancer at a very early stage, your chances of surviving is a lot better.
When we started with the program and stuff, I actually sat down with a couple of my cousins, and we tried to figure it out. We said, how bad has cancer affected our community? And we were able to sit down in one sitting and figure out 81 people in our community that we knew that passed from cancer. So in a small community, that's a lot of people. It was over like a longer stretch of time period, but still, you know, for a small community, that's a lot of people from cancer, the same type of cancer like lung cancer or, you know, liver, you know, different things and stuff and that. We even had a couple of people that had skin cancer and stuff and that I didn't realize. But yeah, so it really made it awareness of how cancer has affected our community. And you don't really think about it till you sit down and look at stuff like that and say, well, you know, these weren't natural deaths that these people died from. This was from cancer.
Well, the one they targeted on, like the skin one, it didn't dawn on me that, that's probably one of the more easier ones to get. We're outside lots here, and I thought that was actually a good start to their program.
Well, I wish I would have known years ago not to smoke. But I mean, on the serious side, I wish we had screening, because a lot of our elders probably passed away from cancer not knowing that it was cancer, just blaming something else. But now with the screening and the way the system is today, you got early detection of everything. And the earlier you get it, the better it is.
Cancer is newly rampant in our communities. I don't know, it had to have been there before, but I know lately there's been a lot of people who have cancer. And when before people would talk about cancer, and in our Cree languages, they would talk about it and they would call it a munchus, which is this little bug that lives inside you.
Well, they probably trust the program due to the fact that the facilitators are right from here. Either we're related somehow, but the main thing is they know the person lives here. And if they need to talk to them, they can talk to them. Where if our elders go to the clinic in Lac La Biche, I'm not too sure they're going to be wide open with they're going to hesitate. But by me, from being here, I could see that they enjoy this, and they could trust the people that work here. So that's why they come here.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared to be involved. This is huge. We have many, many people dying of cancer. And the sooner we get the information, the sooner they make changes in community, the more impactful it's going to be. We have our children and our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren to think about. We just need to make shifts in how we process food, how we take care of ourselves, and we need to be able to do that in a really systematic way.
That's the team. That's the Indigenous team on this project, and I quite proudly say that we're all Indigenous, and we understand each other. We're tightly connected. We walk through whatever kind of conflicts we have, if we have any. We're able to really communicate and really do the work well together, because we understand our own people. We understand if somebody's in a really tough place, we don't pressure them to do the things that we expect or the approach expects. It's about being kind, it's about being understanding, compassionate. You know, those are the things that really drive our work, because that's who we are.